All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Demon Slayer, Season 2, Episode 9. Gyutaro is a beast, but he is now a legless beast.
Yeah.
For now.
And a shot up one by our AK Wisteria Kunai.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's automatic kunai is what it means. You know?
It's got a good spread.
Got a good spread.
Yeah, Hinitsuru came in clutch. Hopefully those things last for a good amount of time because, you know, these demons seem to have even better potential regeneration than most.
Yeah,
so,
and it's also because of their link as siblings.
Exactly.
Meaning that in some ways, while this might keep Gyutaro from, you know, regenerating for a bit, it still doesn't matter with regards to wounds because they cannot die when the other is alive.
Yeah, so, but this is good to know that, you know, maybe crippling them can work, you know, so that way you can whittle both of them down at the same time as opposed to needing to just, like, get lucky and...
Mutilating a corpse is always an option.
Exactly, that is always an option, and as is passing the ball to our fast boy Zenitsu to just run away with a head if he ever gets it.
Yes,
so, yeah.
It's true. So, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone. Now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Holy shit!
Oh wow! So
oh my god,
Inosuke.
Yep.
And even what was her name?
Inatsuru?
Daki. Oh, they all took their big hits here.
Yeah.
They all took their big hits, and I think all of them are gonna be okay for now.
Unfortunately, in the case of Daki.
Yeah. But the idea that Tengen lost a hand, like and a bit of forearm too.
Yep.
Okay, that's a really terrifying thing that Gyutaro was able to do that, but then also probably went and abandoned the fight to go and stop Inosuke means that was a genuinely good idea, Inosuke. It's just the unfortunate thing of where Gyutaro probably, you know, put everything into just no, fuck that. No, I'm not letting y'all do some goofy, like, video game logic shit where it's like, if we can move the fight outside the bounds of the fight, then he might never find his sister's head again, and we can just wait till the sun comes up and go,
It's something where that is absolutely the kind of thing that would be the expected thing of, like, if you're in a situation like that, you cut off the head, well, then hustle that football somewhere else.
Yeah, the only negative is that they didn't think about the third eye, and they should have been covering it, but, you know, that's its own thing.
Yeah, battles are crazy, and
it's fast-paced, you know.
Right, and they wouldn't have thought that the Hashira would be the weak link in the chain.
Yes.
Right?
Because second Tanjiro was out of the fight, basically.
Yeah.
Things started going
Tanjiro,
badly.
You were helping out.
You were helping out. And I think also it's very important to remember that Tengen is currently poisoned. While everything is happening rather quickly, so therefore the poison is, you know, only been in him for probably like a few minutes in terms of actual, like, combat time. Or who knows. But the idea that because it's in combat time and his blood is pumping and he's going there, the poison is also acting probably rather quickly, even though he's a shinobi who is going to be extremely resistant to it.
And this is probably the kind of poison where a single scratch would kill you in seconds for a regular person. So, you know, the fact that he's been able to still do this long is a testament to his own constitution.
Yeah.
But there are limits,
There are limits.
And so
we are seeing them now.
We are seeing them. And the fact that Inosuke ended up getting stabbed through the chest, like, okay, Tengen losing an arm.
Right.
He is such a flashy guy. I would not expect that to be something that takes him out of the fight, right? And I agree. I could totally see him coming back into the fight a little bit. But as of right now, in that instant, he was out. He was done.
Well, yeah, like, also just his weapons are ones that primarily seem to be dual-wield based weapons, where you have to be able to use two hands.
He Zoro's that shit.
To basically alternate wielding and then being able to sling them out and, you know, have that kind of extra range. So he's also just going to be weaker in terms of technique too.
Yep. But like if there was any part of him that was capable of intervening in that moment, he would have done so.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So he actually just could not.
Right.
So there's a chance that maybe he could recover and get to a point where he can intervene. But again, he's poisoned. So if anything, time should be working against him.
Yeah.
So this might be a situation where it's up to the 3 boys and the 3 wives in order to resolve the situation. Maybe Nezuko, if she ends up getting to the point where she can fight again.
Yeah,
but
I think Nezuko's out. I think what's going to happen here, though, is you're right. The wives are going to have to intervene, but they're going to be the ones that will revitalize Tengen enough to be able to get things going.
Or pull out some awesome vials or something.
Yeah, or this is going to be a situation where Zenitsu and Tanjiro need to basically go like this and just be like, okay, we need to rescue Inosuke. We don't know what's going on with Tengen right now. He could already be dead for all we know. We can't risk doing that, but Inosuke, at the very least, he's right there. Now, doing this, though, you need to be able to separate them again, which means you need to one-on-one them, which means this is basically impossible.
Now, I think that there is a lot of latitude here for Inosuke to pull some crazy bullshit and basically be like,
well played,
like, oh fuck this, like you have no idea how strong I am, poison, right, like something like that,
But all it needs is for them to just ragdoll yeet him somewhere and his neck snaps, or just double tap and it's over, right? So this is literally the wildly abandoned, just protect my friends, leap into action kind of shonen protagonist stuff that's needed just to keep them from doing either one of those to Inosuke, even if he survived the initial stab.
The raid boss killed the tank, and now you're in trouble, right? Everyone else could follow very soon after.
We don't have a tank here, Jacob. This is a bunch of scuffed DPS just trying to fight something.
An over-level DPS that was working as a tank.
No, because he was the actual one to go in and do the actual hit. Like, he was the one to go in and do the kill. Like,
no, I was talking about Tengen.
Tengen's
out of the fight, and now Gyutaro is just doing what he does, and it's like, this is problematic. It doesn't matter if there's theoretically 7 other people that could be in this fight at most, plus rats, which I would love the rats to actually be involved in.
They're a joke for the thing,
Watch, it'll be some tiny thing that means means a ton, and they'll come in clutch at some random moment to
Please don't.
Toss a sword back to somebody when they get disarmed or something.
Please don't. But now that we've seen 2 forms of emotional buildup and one of a completely different type of buildup. Let's break them down a little bit here. So the wives and Tengen have had a couple moments of past kind of little bits of backstory fed through this this arc thus far.
Right.
And what I like about this is because we're not getting it all at once, it doesn't feel like it breaks up the pacing all that much.
Sure.
If anything, this is just something that's really cool because, generally speaking, you'll have an arc within the arc just for the backstory sometimes. And that can just be really unfortunate because it pulls you out of things too much.
Right, but, and we didn't get the advantage of being able to see them interact before because they were already on the mission and then captured and all that stuff. So
yeah, exactly. But seeing the ways in which they have made promises to each other to go beyond their first upper rank demon kill to go and live normal lives. I very much actually want them all to survive.
I do,
but I want this to be a kind of permanent retirement kind of thing where Tengen maybe loses like an arm and a leg, and it's just a thing of where the wives then are going to take care of him, and they're going to all have a wonderful little happy time in a house or what have you, and that's going to be it. No, they won't fight again. Right. Not just because they choose it, but because this fight literally had everything.
Took it all out of them.
Taken from them. Yeah, exactly. And that would suck to see any of the wives or Tengen die. But I think they have given us just enough of a tension bit in the narrative so that we are genuinely unable to tell whether any of them will die. because one, they're Hashira. That's kind of what they do when they're just there to go and get rid of Muzan and his demons, right?
Sure.
So, okay, any one of them is on the chopping block. And then the wives, well, I'm sorry to say this, but there's 3 of them, you know? So,
right, exactly.
Like, you can get away with having one of them die, and it's not just Tengen interacting with himself.
Well, and you could theoretically go all the way up to having all 3 of them die. Like, you could play that card 3 times in this situation.
Exactly.
So, but I think with where we're at right now, there is plenty of tension just as is.
Oh,
like, this is probably the most hopeless of a situation that I think the show has ever gotten into.
Yeah.
Because even in this situation with, like, the Infinity Train and Akaza and, you know, and all that stuff with our Flame Boy, he was very much keeping aggro. Right, and that was how it went, right? And he did kind of defeat him, right? And then he had to run away because of the sun coming up.
Yeah.
But like all of the other times, I can't remember anything close where it felt this hopeless, because like we've seen what Tanjiro was able to do and not able to do just against the sister.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they've got Gyutaro there too. They're fucked. Like
they're actually fucked.
By
what we've established thus far, the only way that they're basically coming out of this unscathed, like everybody unscathed, is Tanjiro and Zenitsu pulling off the most amazing comeback here.
Yep, like
an incredible
clutch
comeback.
5-head, like Hail Mary, like, you know, crazy strat that would frustrate the shit out of Gyutaro because it's some janky play that like he can't really counter, but they're not really beating him or something like that.
Yeah, a way that I think that they could do is they could follow up with Inosuke's plan of like, oh, we're gonna do what he suggested there, but I need you to do it this time, Zenitsu, because you're faster. But also, I need you to threaten pain like on the sister.
Sure.
Like, if he comes after you.
Right.
So that he'll just duel me. And then Tanjiro one-on-one just kicks Gyutaro's ass with this, very also drip-fed thing of just this buildup of him having, like, to evolve in how he utilizes his own techniques, which is very much the setup for the, okay, I'm going to have a really cool, badass moment by the time this season is over. Which, utilizing my techniques in such a way that goes beyond stamina, that goes beyond, you know, being wounded and broken and all that.
And to be fair, he has kind of already done that when he saved Hinatsuru, because that was something where he actually beat Gyutaro's speed and reflexes.
Yeah.
So that's there is that as a possibility. But yeah.
Like I still don't understand why blending breathing techniques has any way of him like being to have not strength and then suddenly strength.
So well also,
but, you know,
even if it's like I get it as a potential way to basically be like, hey, I can make this more sustainable so it's more powerful than my water breathing technique because I'm mixing in a little bit of Hinokami Kagura. But we saw that the powered down version of the sister was able to laugh off full Hinokami Kagura. Then powered up sister for some reason was then being beaten by the same Hinokami Kagura, and then a diluted Hinokami Kagura was able to beat the reflexes of Gyutaro. It could be that he was surprised, and I liked that thing of Tanjiro being like, hey, he doesn't see me as being a threat, I can use that, right? Cool,
I need to do something wild and reckless.
Right, but that means that kind of thing probably won't work again.
No,
you
probably won't work again.
So the only thing I can think of is Tengen pulling off some crazy move to save them.
Yeah, but Tengen gets up.
Right, but the thing is that I don't see him using Inosuke as a sacrificial pawn to do something like that. So, like, he really seems like he's out of it here. Like, if it was something where he's like, I let him think I was taken out so that he would, like, you know, turn his back on me or something, cool. But I don't know. Doesn't look like that.
Yeah. But, okay. Good cliffhanger there, Demon Slayer. So now,
really good cliffhanger.
Now I really am curious to see how we can pull this all back to a kind of a narrative status quo so we can have a fight that continues without people getting just murked.
Right.
Even though they kind of already have. So,
yeah, because even a scratch on them means they're poisoned. And while Inosuke might be able to survive it, I don't think the others will. Certainly not Zenitsu.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, or Semblance of Sanity, I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.